In today's video, we're checking out the Artist TL69BLD Thinline Telecaster electric guitar in this beautiful butterscotch. Now, just to let you know, we get two humbucker pickups that we can also coil split thanks to the tone control. In the up position, we're getting the split coil tones. Down, we're getting full humbucker mode. We get a volume control and a three-way toggle switch. A massive thank you to Artist Guitars for sending this out for the review. I really appreciate it. I'm going to give you my pros and cons review of this at the end, but overall, it's a great guitar, especially considering the price. If you want to check this out, I'll leave links to them in the description so you can check them out in your part of the world. In this intro track, you're going to hear a combination of split coil and also humbucker tones going through my Marshall DSL 40CR. Let's get into it. Here's the guitar up close. Now, for those who watched my TC59 review, you might remember that Telecaster from Artist Guitars was extremely heavy, but it was a really great guitar. This doesn't have anywhere near the same weight thanks to the F-hole. So if you're looking for a lighter alternative that sounds very, very similar, that has a very different finish, then this would be a no-brainer. So in terms of weight, this isn't as heavy as a lot of other Telecasters, even in my collection. So that's a really cool thing. We get this really cool butterscotch finish, which is a little bit more on the mustard side, but as you can see, I think it looks pretty nice visually. I'll leave that up to you. It's all subjective. We get this really cool contoured pickguard here as well, which is a point of difference. Let's cover some of the specs. So we get a mahogany body, we get a maple fretboard, and a maple neck. Now, they've used a low gloss or satin type of finish here, and it feels really nice. It doesn't get sticky or anything in the hand. Artist Guitars have called this a C-shaped neck. It's right in between a 50s and a 60s neck, making it not too fat and not too thin. I really feel like this will appeal to a lot of people. We get the black dot inlays, and we also get 22 medium jumbo frets. Now, the frets aren't listed in the specifications, but after playing hundreds of guitars, I can tell they're medium jumbos. This guitar's got really great tuning reliability thanks to the bone nut, which is cut beautifully. It doesn't ping or do anything weird. And we also get locking tuners on the back of the headstock. Awesome stuff. This guitar is quite versatile, so we get two humbucker pickups. These are Artist Guitars' very own bullbucker pickups, and they do the job really well. We can also coil split them thanks to the tone control. We can pull the tone control up, and that will engage that mode. Back down is back to humbucker mode. Now, the tension on this feels amazing. I'm really shocked how much tension there is on this. It feels really sturdy. We get a volume control as well as a three-way toggle switch. Alright, let's kick it off. In today's video, I'm plugged into my Marshall DSL 40CR amplifier on the clean channel to begin with. We're going to start on the neck pickup in humbucker mode, and then I'll cycle through each of the pickup combinations. Here we go. split coil on the neck pickup. Nice, now over to both pickups in split coil mode. It's a very different sound to both pickups in humbucker mode. And now over to bridge pickup in humbucker mode. Here we go. Split. And now over to the crunch channel of the Marshall, and I've got the gain set to about 9 o'clock and the volume cranked. Let's try this as bridge pickup in humbucker mode. Coil split mode. Over to both pickups, we're going to start in coil split mode. Humbucker. So you can hear as I swap between humbucker mode and coil split mode, there's a difference in the output. So you're going to hear a cleaner signal in those single coil kind of tones as opposed to the humbucker tones. But overall, I think they're both very, very usable with a bit of crunch. And now over to neck pickup in humbucker mode. Yeah. It's a great tone. And now with the tone control in the up position, giving us that split coil tone. That's completely usable. Now, let's turn the volume control down and see how much it cleans up. Cleans up beautifully all the way back up. So that's split coil, humbucker mode with the volume control down. And all the way up. Up next, we're taking a look at the tone control, and I've just cranked the drive up a little bit on the crunch channel. Let's give this a shot. So this is with the tone control all the way wide open. At about half. Doesn't sound that different to my ear. Let's turn it on a little bit more. It's very subtle. I'm going to open it all the way back up so you can hear the difference. What I find a lot of the time with guitars, especially lefties, the tone control doesn't seem to do much until you turn it almost all the way down. Then it really kicks in a little too much. So let's try it now most of the way on. Let's try the woman tone. Nah. Doesn't sound very nice at all, so you've got to have it on just a little bit to get good tones. Tone control's pretty subtle. I'm not sure I'm hearing a huge difference. Thanks for watching, folks. My name's Shane. I'm going to give you my thoughts about this, both pros and cons. So overall, this is a really great value guitar coming in at just under 300 Australian dollars, which I think is a really great deal considering what you get. We get two bullbucker pickups, which I think sound great in humbucker mode, although they do have a lot of low end and top end. So I found I had to turn the bass down on my Marshall to get the most out of these pickups. When you go over to the split coil mode, the pot itself feels fantastic. It's one of the best push-pull pots I've had a chance to use on any guitar. So that's always a bonus. You won't need to upgrade or change any of this, including the switch. The switch also feels really good. Now, those coil split tones definitely are usable, especially for rhythm guitar. They do lack a bit of that authenticity when you compare it up against a straight up single coil guitar, but it's very usable, giving you some versatile tones. It basically doubles the amount of sounds you're getting. Now, I really think this guitar shines based on its weight. If you missed my review of the original Telecaster from Artist Guitars, I'll link it up here. It weighed a ton, it was way too heavy. This is a much better option if you were going to be doing any type of standing playing. So they got that right. I think the thin line design really lends itself to a little bit of a lighter option. The neck profile on this is fantastic, and tuning reliability has been great as well. These locking tuners are really, really reliable. The nut has been cut properly. Setup straight out of the box was good, and I actually really like this finish. Although it is a little bit more mustard than a traditional butterscotch, I think it's great. And the low gloss or satin neck here as well feels good in the hand. So there's no complaints about the fret edges or anything either. I'd love to critique this more, but overall it plays great. My only small critique about this guitar is a minor one, but I see it time and time again, and that's the tone control. If I wind it down to about 7, all the top end is basically gone. There's a fine line between the tone control being usable, yet very subtle, and then too much. So keep that in mind. I haven't played a right-handed guitar, obviously, because I'm a lefty, but that's just something that I've noticed with this one. There's a fine line between usable and unusable when it comes to this tone control. But this is a really great guitar. I'd put this up with some of the best, lesser expensive Telecasters, and when I get to do some live playing again coming up, I'm going to be taking this out just to see how it holds up in the context of a live mix. Thanks again for watching. Catch you soon. See ya.